Gets energized. What are two types of energy? In science, energy is the ability to cause change. Energy takes many different forms and has many different effects. There are two general types of energy: kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of an object that is due to motion. All moving objects have kinetic energy. The amount of kinetic energy an object has depends on its mass and its speed. Kinetic energy increases as mass increases. Imagine that a bowling ball and a soccer ball roll across the floor at the same speed. The bowling ball has more kinetic energy than the soccer ball has because the bowling ball has a greater mass. Kinetic energy also increases as speed increases. If two bowling balls with the same mass roll across the floor at different speeds, the faster ball will have the greater kinetic energy. So let's take a look at our graphic here. So letter C, at the bottom of the ramp, the skater's kinetic energy is at its peak because he is going the fastest. His potential energy is at its lowest because he is closer to the ground than at any other point on the ramp. And letter D, as the skater moves up the ramp, he gains height but loses speed. Some of his kinetic energy is converted back to potential energy. The rest of it is transferred as heat due to friction. Potential energy. Potential energy is the energy that an object has due to its position, condition, or chemical composition. A ball held above the ground has potential energy because the force of gravity can pull it to the ground. Potential energy that is the result of an object's position is called gravitational potential energy. Gravitational potential energy increases as the object's height or mass increases. A change in condition can also affect potential energy. For example, stretching a rubber band increases its potential energy. Chemical potential energy depends on chemical composition. As bonds break and new bonds form between atoms during a chemical change, energy can be released. Can objects have potential and kinetic energy at the same time? An object can have both kinetic and potential energy. For example, the skater in the picture below has kinetic energy as he moves down the ramp. He has potential energy due to his position on the ramp. A flying bird has kinetic energy because of its speed, mass, and potential energy due to its height from the ground. So let's take a look at this graphic. So letter A, here's our skater. At the top of the ramp, the skater has potential energy because gravity can pull him downward. He has no speed, so he has no kinetic energy. Down the ramp, letter B. As the skater moves closer to the ground, the decrease in potential energy is equal to the increase in his kinetic energy. As he rolls down the ramp, his potential energy decreases because his distance from the ground decreases. His kinetic energy increases because his speed increases. In perfect form. What forms can energy take? Kinetic energy and potential energy are two types of energy that can come in many different forms. Some common forms of energy include mechanical, sound, electromagnetic, electrical, chemical, thermal, and nuclear energy. Energy is expressed in joules, which could be abbreviated as the letter J. Mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is the sum of an object's kinetic energy and potential energy. Remember that kinetic energy is the energy of motion, and potential energy is the energy of position. So mechanical energy is the energy of position and motion. A moving car has mechanical energy. An object's mechanical energy can be all potential energy, all kinetic energy, or a combination of potential and kinetic energy. Sound energy. Sound energy is kinetic energy caused by the vibration of particles in a medium such as steel, water, or air. As the particles vibrate, they transfer the sound energy to other particles. The sound a guitar makes is caused by the vibrations of its strings transferring energy to the air around it. You hear the sound because special structures in your ears detect the vibrations of the particles in the air. Electromagnetic energy. Electromagnetic energy is transmitted through space in the form of electromagnetic waves. These waves are caused by the vibration of electrically charged particles. Electromagnetic waves include visible light, X-rays, and microwaves. X-rays are high-energy waves used by doctors and dentists to look at your bones. Microwaves can be used to cook food or to transmit cellular phone calls. The sun releases a large amount of electromagnetic energy, some of which reaches Earth as radiant energy. Electrical energy. Electrical energy is the energy that results from the position or motion of charged particles. The electrical energy that powers the lights overhead is associated with negatively charged particles moving in a wire. The wire also has positively charged particles that do not move. The negatively charged particles move within the wire and create an electric current.